guys, good morning. I wanted to start this video in the beginning of the ride, but quite a few people showed up today and it's a pretty fast pace, so it's been hard to record and ride fast. But today I'm super happy. I don't know if you can see the smile in my face because it's a new bike day. Yes, I'm riding my new Factor Ostro VAM Icon Edition, and I have a lot to talk about this bike, about Factor, and I'm excited. I'm happy. Who's not happy on a new bike day? But we're approaching Maldora and we're gonna do a coffee stop finally, and I'll be able to share a little bit more about this new bike. So we finally got to stop here at the coffee shop and I'm able to share the bike. And as a bike shop owner, we sold quite a few of the Ostro VAMs, and I really like the brand. Actually, while searching for brands to work with when I opened the shop, Factor is one that I really wanted to carry. And at first I got denied, like, oh, there's no opportunities right now, and I had to insist a little to really be able to have Factor in my shop. And we sold like quite a few of these Ostro VAMs, the first version, the second version, and every time I was building one, I could see up close, you know, how well made these frames are. And I had last month I went to Arizona for a meeting with the dealers, factory dealers. So we were able to meet with Rob, the CEO and owner of Factor, some of their engineers, take a look at some products. And one thing that Factor stands out compared to other brands is that Rob owns the factory. So Factor owns their factory. So selecting the carbon, building it, designing it, and painting it all in-house. So that's a very big differential. Not that like Specialized or Trek or any other brand is inferior in that case, but they don't own the factory. Of course, they have a big buy in the factory, a good big say, and have a great quality control. But I think you have an extra edge when you own the factory, so you prioritize your bike, right? And that's the factory's part of the process. It's part of Factor. So I think that's a big differential. That's also why you can have a bike like this. This bike here is top of the line. It's like the best you can buy at the moment, with super light bike and ceramic speed bottom bracket, ceramic speed hubs, ceramic speed headset. Like it's the best you can buy right now, in my opinion. Of course, there's specific things you want and some other things you're looking for, but if you want a fast bike, a very well built, well finished bike, this is a great bike. So that's why I chose this as my next bike, because as I was building other people's bikes, I want a bike like this. So I finally got the chance. I bought this one, even though I'm a Factor dealer. Of course I get a better price as a Factor dealer, but I had to buy this bike. It wasn't given to me, so it was really my choice. And yeah, I'm really excited. So I ride a 52. I like to ride small bikes, and I weighed this bike with the water bottle cages, the Garmin pedals, the power pedals. They're a little bit heavier, and a steel seat. They came to 7 kilos and 100 grams, a little over that. You can shave a little bit more, putting some maybe lighter pedals and a saddle, but man, it's a light bike for how aero it is, and I can really feel how the bike rolls when we're hitting 23, 24 miles an hour. It really cuts through the wind. Also, they recommend putting these wheels here, the black ink, 48-58. They say it's a better combination. So you have a 48 deep wheel on the front, 58 on the back, and they make their own wheels. The black ink is Factor's components. Also the handlebar, super aero, all integrated. This is 139 or 38, I can't remember right now. And I installed these SRAM hoods, and this for me is the greatest upgrade in regards to the group set. Is yeah, the whole group set, the derailleur and the crank and all of that is new design, looks cool, shedded some weight, but I think what makes a big difference is these hoods. I like how they're a little bit smaller, and I'm having to get used to these brakes. They're super sensitive riding on the group. I used to having to put a little bit more pressure, and this I had to be a little careful because it's very sensitive. But one thing I'm loving is these little internal buttons here. And I know Shimano has one on the top of the hoods. This one is a little bit on the side. I think it's perfect for your thumb right here. And you can change the gears with it. But what I like is to change the screen, and you can configure whatever way you want. So like you press and hold, so it will start the activity, will start your Garmin or your Wahoo. You can change the screen by clicking right or left. It will change. I also configured if I press the left button and hold it, it will go straight to the map. We're already on the map, so let me do this, and then you press it, go straight to the map, press and hold, stops the bike computer. So that's really cool. So again, yeah, so it's Rob, he has a background of engineering, and actually the story is that his factory, he owned the factory before he owned Factor. So his factory used to make bikes for other big brands, and as an engineer he wanted to create some stuff, some bikes that he had idea and he had wanted to do. So that's when he decided to buy the brand Factor and start building his own bikes. So that's why you also see some really cool stuff that Factor is doing, some different things, because you can do it, right? Sometimes it's tough to the very good factories in Taiwan and China, the very good ones where Specialized, where Cervelo, where Trek make their bikes. They're very good, and it is competitive. So you have to have a big buy to have priority, and you have to plan super ahead, you know, to have the bike designed, manufactured, shipped, distributed. When you own the whole process, and it's all you have the priority on your bikes, it's easier to manage that and to be creative in different things they want to do. And they were sharing some super cool stuff in this meeting, and it just got me more excited of riding a Factor. So yeah, first like real ride this week, riding with this bike, super nice. I also chose this color. This is the Icon. This is what Israel Premier Tech will be riding this year. I wanted to do a custom paint, the Prisma. I wanted to do almost like this, like the blue on the back, and then fading it black. And I wanted to do that because that's the colors of the shop. We work a lot with blue and black. But then when they came out with this one in the beginning of the year, I said, I don't need to do a custom, I'll get this one. And I like the details of the drawings right here. Right, I love the details and the color scheme, just love it. Well, let me grab a coffee and I'll share a little bit more. I think why also Factor is growing, and you're seeing more and more. I think they hit the sweet spot, and I'll talk that in a bit, and a little bit more features of this bike. It's more racy.
Really?
Yeah.
Lighter? 100%.
Yeah. The wheels, is it more because of the wheels?
They're lighter, right? They're lighter.
And the carbon for the frame.
It's like what, 14, 16 pounds?
15 something.
Oh, it's super light. That's super light. I mean, that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Big difference.
But I feel more 23, 24 miles an hour.
You feel the difference. It's when the bike chimes, right?
right, great. All right, great ride today. Beautiful day. Bit windy on our way back, so it kind of split the group. And you know, I don't know if you noticed, I'm trying to grow a beard, but I don't know if it's gonna last much. My wife doesn't like it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Guys, don't worry. I still have the Conago C68. It's funny because when I'm on a ride or even an event, and then some people look at me and they like, oh, I think I reckon, is it Alex? And then they look at the bike and then they recognize me from the bike. So the Conago C68 is the bike I've been riding for a while, and I love it. I still have it. I'm still gonna ride it. But I have now a bike that I really want to ride on fondos and race with it. And the Conago, every once in a while, I'll grab it to ride to, or two bikes I like a lot. But one thing I think Factor is really gaining some market, and I think they found a sweet spot of working with retailers or bike shops and also direct to consumer. They started here in America direct to consumer, and slowly they built their network of dealers. And I think they found the sweet spot because they still can give a good price for the end consumer. They work with like really high-end bikes, and I think that's also a good thing that they're doing. They're not doing like $1,000 bikes, or they're like really high-end stuff. And then they're working with dealers, and that's a good thing to have, because if you have some brands are sometimes just direct to consumer, what happens is that services, or after you buy the bike, it can be an issue. Getting parts or getting it serviced, or having bike shops that are really like dedicated to that brand and know how to work with it, especially like a few brands that really have a lot of proprietary parts. Sometimes it can be tough because bikes are not used to servicing those bikes. And if you have, like we do have here, Factor, so we built them, we have parts for them, we really know the bikes, we're in direct contact with the manufacturer, so if any issues, any questions. So they found the sweet spot of like having a relatively good price for a high-end bike, and still having great service, because you have dealers that are really dedicated to the brand. And also, in the other hand, you have like big brands like Trek, that I think they overdid it, of like buying bike shops, local bike shops, and we can do a video all about this, how the industry is going. A lot of bike shops are going through a tough time, and especially big ones. I think it's and rely too much on retail. You have to have your bread and butter that has to be service, and this is how we keep everything afloat here, is through services, some rental, and then sales. We're picking it up. But like Trek has bought the shops, the local shops, and it's now all Trek. That's not bad. And I think some brands, you do have to have like a flagship store, like in some key cities, where you show your best stuff and have a really nice store. But I think like Trek has a great bike, has a great product. When you remove it from like the local bike shop and you only have it in a Trek store, instead of opening, you're kind of narrowing things down, and it becomes, I think, harder for them and expensive. They might have now a bigger margin, but at the same time, they are like, it is expensive as a big corporation to run a local bike shop with good quality service. I'm sure there's great people working in those shops. I'm not saying anything about that, but it's hard to replicate that in like 200, 300 stores across the country. It's not easy to do that. So I don't know if that was the best strategy. I would have worked with local bike shops and then have some flag stores in some specific cities. So a few things here on the bike still. The bottom bracket is the T47, so you thread it to the frame, and I like that because very minimal creaking issues. Also, I like the dub with SRAM. It's a pretty thick axle, so all the energy that you're putting on the pedals are being transferred to the bike, and it's pushing you forward. So, and they do have their, I think I already mentioned this, partnership with Ceramic Speed. So if you get the black ink wheels and the frame set or the complete bike, it will come all Ceramic Speed bearings. So that's great. And when we order the bike, it's super cool that you can configure what stem and bar width you want. So that's a choice when you are selecting the bike. And also the seat tube, if you want with a 0 offset, with a 20mm offset. So there's things you can configure, and you can choose, like even the wheels, the logo, if you want a black or you like the silver logo on the wheels. That's something you can choose from the standard bike without doing the Prismacolor. The Prismacolor, you even have the option if you want the logo to match the color of the frame. Now that's super cool. And if you're ordering their standard colors, like they have the white and black at the moment, they have the blue and black, it's a little different design than this one. They also have the limited edition Scarab. This one, the Icon, they have one that's a full black, and you can check on their website. And they have a warehouse in Colorado, so it's pretty fast. You order it, gets usually to the shop in a week or a couple days, and a day or two to build it, and the bike is ready. Yeah, and you can choose. I chose SRAM Red lately. I'm liking a lot to ride with SRAM, but you can choose with Shimano, Ultegra, or Dura-Ace. They don't come with a power meter with Shimano on their cranks, but if you choose SRAM with the Force or Red, you can have the option already to come with the power meter. So super excited to share this. It's a bike that you will be seeing quite a lot. I'll be riding next weekend at the Grand Fondo in Dade City. It's about an hour from here, 100 miles. And I'm gonna ride it for the first time on a Fondo. Pretty excited for that. And most likely I'm gonna do a video on that ride. I know I've been slacking a little bit lately, but it's because it's our busiest season of the year. The group was great because we have a lot of Canadians visiting us, some Canadian friends, and a lot of snowbirds. So we're pretty busy at the shop, a lot of service and rentals, and so it's a pretty busy season. That's why I haven't had the chance to do more videos, but slowly I'll be posting some more stuff. I have a lot of ideas. I just need a little bit of a time because we need to prioritize the service. That's we want to keep our customers happy, doing some good services on a timely manner. So, and that takes a lot of my time at the moment here at the shop. But that's it. New bike day, super happy. Share more about the bike in the coming videos. And of course, if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. As always, guys, I'll see you on our next ride experience. Ciao.